Welcome to the Messy Mary. I'm your host, Kirsten, from themessymary.org. Today's scripture comes from Genesis 4:2-5 in the New Living Translation. Later, she gave birth to his brother and named him Abel. When they grew up, Abel became a shepherd while Cain cultivated the ground. When it was time for the harvest, Cain presented some of his crops as a gift to the Lord. Abel also brought a gift, the best portions of his firstborn lambs from his flock. The Lord accepted Abel and his gift, but he didn't accept Cain and his gift. As I was sitting there thinking about this, what came to my mind was sloppy seconds. Am I giving the Lord first fruits like Abel or sloppy seconds like Cain? Remember, it said he gave some like the leftovers or something. I started to think deeper about that. And as I did, these are the thoughts that came to my mind. I'm going to take you way back to the 6th grade, and Mrs. Bone was my teacher. We had to write this huge paper on a topic that we had picked, and it counted for, I think, probably 50 or 75% of our grade. It was a big chunk of our grade. Anyways, I had picked Italy and wine, grapes, and vineyards to write about. And so like any good 6th grader, I waited till the night before to write the entire paper, which understandably drove my mom a little bit crazy. But I wrote the paper, and then my mom read it in the morning. After reading it, she gently told me that she didn't think it was going to get a very good grade. And I didn't really think it was either, because she was right. I hadn't put my best effort in it. I had waited till the last minute, and it just wasn't my best work. Well, I got to school, I turned the paper in. And like the next week, I got it back. Instead of getting a C like I thought I was going to get, my teacher gave me an A. Well, fast forward to college. I was in the social work department, and I was actually working on my master's at the time. And it was time for test time. We were supposed to take a test. I had not read any of the chapters. I don't even think I opened up the textbook that semester. I know that's horrible to admit. Basically, I just listened in class, took really good notes, and maybe studied a few minutes before the test. Yeah, I always made A's or B's on the test. It was never a perfect score, but once again, I barely put any effort into it. It was my sloppy seconds. Basically, my entire life, I had gotten away with giving sloppy seconds and been rewarded for it. In school, my sloppy seconds had gotten me great grades. And in life, I did the same thing. I got very used to just doing the bare minimum. I had never felt the need or the desire to do more until I met Jesus. I was passionate about the Lord from the beginning. And it became not about the effort that I had to put in. It became about wanting to get closer to God, wanting to have a real relationship with Him. I knew sloppy seconds wasn't going to give me a close relationship. It wasn't a day in and day out relationship. If I wanted that, I was going to have to give first fruits. I was going to have to put the effort forth, not because it was something to check off my list, but because I wanted to be in relationship with Jesus. And so it became about what I wanted to do from my heart instead of what I had to do. I think that was the difference between Cain and Abel's gift. Abel instinctively knew and wanted to give his first fruits, the very best, whereas Cain was just like, I guess I'll just give God some of what I have. And that's why the Lord accepted Abel's gift, because Abel's heart was right. And He didn't accept Cain's gift because Cain's heart wasn't right. I had Cain's heart most of my life. I just gave, quote, some. I wasn't a first fruit kind of girl until Jesus changed me from the inside out. Do I still have sloppy seconds attitude sometimes? Yep, I do. I think we all run that risk when our focus is on other things instead of our relationship with the Lord. Today, let's thank the Lord for giving us a first fruits heart, not a sloppy seconds mindset, because I think that's the difference. The first fruit is a heart choice, and the sloppy seconds is a mindset. It's a carnal mentality and choice. So let's thank the Lord for helping us to have a heart choice for first fruits with everything we do with Him, for Him, and what He does through us. For this week's Step of Faith, anytime a carnal, sloppy second mentality comes upon us, let's give it to the Lord immediately and ask Him to chip away at our heart of stone and give us a heart that puts Him first, or the heart that wants more than anything to give Him the first fruits of our entire life every day. Until next time, with Jesus' help, let's be less messy and choose what's better. Have a blessed day.